This is Charlene from What the Fuck News. As a mother who lost a child in 2020 to gun violence, I have the same questions this lady asked to the officials in Nashville. Aren't you tired of covering these things? Aren't you tired of saying we're sending our blessings, our prayers, and all that old crap? Can't we do something about it? You're in office. Do something. Our kids are dying in the street. Do something.
Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park, Illinois. My son and I survived a mass shooting over the summer. I am in Tennessee on a family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars. Assault weapons are contributing to the border crisis and fentanyl. We are arming cartels with our guns and our loose gun laws, and these shootings and these mass shootings will continue to happen until our lawmakers step up and pass gun safety legislation. I'm pretty sure this was an unsecured weapon that this teenager got a hold of. We can't even pass gun safety, like safe storage laws in this country to protect kids from getting a hold of weapons that they shoot each other with. Aren't you guys tired of this?
Well, she's not a parent of one of the children that attended the Covenant School there in Nashville, Tennessee. She's actually there on vacation, visiting family, but clearly passionate about what we're seeing going on in our country. Pierre, what she had to say ties in directly with what you were bringing up, starting with access to these guns. Bob and Brad have brought up the same thing, all the way to the background of this teenage girl, what they believe to be a teenage girl. What were the signs? What was going on? Was she in need of any type of help that she didn't get? Look, she may not be a parent of that school, but she brings up some pretty darn good points as we once again are covering yet another school shooting in our country, Pierre.
Well, Kara, I can't comment on everything that she said, but one thing she did point to that is fact. It is fact that in a recent year, gun violence was the #1 cause of death of young people in this country. And that is not only a law enforcement issue, that's a public health crisis. And so what we see here is an issue that politicians at all levels are going to have to continue to at least try to deal with. But so far, this problem has only gotten worse. And, her frustration is clear. And if she's asking if the media is tired of covering these things, she's absolutely right. I have a child, a young man who's in school. So every time one of these things happen, I immediately think about his safety and the safety of friends, family, and Americans in general. So this is a pervasive issue. It's not going away. And I describe gun violence in this country as a chronic epidemic. We have thousands of people killed in our country every single year by gunfire. And the question I've often asked is simply this: what are we going to do about it?
I'm with you, Pierre. As a parent, I have no problem personalizing a story like this as we watch it. As you know, I've got 12-year-old twins. I watched just in the past year at their school. They put up extra security, extra cameras, stronger doors, certain protocols. The school that they'll be transferring to next year as they get older and they're entering middle school. They, too, that school, building extra doors, added security. They have an officer on site every single day. I made sure I met that officer. I mean, this is the way we have to think as parents nowadays, not just as journalists covering these stories, but we're parents as well. And we see this every day. And then it brings, it's more awareness. As we talk about it on a national platform like this, we also need to be talking about it at our